How diverse are the richest ways of making money? A taxi driver just learned a little trick that within a year has gone from debts of 500,000 Vietnamese dongs to assets of more than 10 billion. They even bought an $8 billion mansion. Can you believe it? Finish listening to this story. You will completely change your financial perception. He is over 15 years old as a taxi driver, but just enough to cover life. You always wanted to do something big, but don't find a way out. After a 7-year investment, he had to take on another 500 million in debt. From there he fell into a state of collapse. Every day I am tired of driving. One day a rich woman got into Mr. Lin's car. Because he was quite talkative, he talked about his suffering. The rich woman thought he was kind and asked him, "How much do you earn per day driving a taxi?" "If you are lucky enough to meet some people at the airport, they earn more. If you get stuck in traffic in the city, that's less than $1,000 a day." She said, "I can help you earn over $5,000 a day." Can you believe it? Mr. Lam thinks she's talking too much, but the next words made him enlightened. She said that if you take the airport route, 10 trips a day, you can earn more than 5 million, right? Mr. Lam was confused. Make sure that all customers go to the airport. She said the secret lies in cooperation. Work with big hotels. High-end hotels have many visitors to the airport. You just cooperate with the hotel staff. When a guest needs to go to the airport, the staff just need to call you. Drive money divided by 2280. The staff at the hotel will be delighted. Because there is more income, just have the benefit. Mr. Lin finished listening and nodded happily. But then he thought wrong and said, "I'm the only one who can run." She laughed and said, "Real people let others make money for themselves. You can hire 10 other taxi drivers. Set up a team to run the airport route. Divide the order, give them a prorated profit of 73. 10 I ask you. If you earn $1,000 a day, that I can help you earn more than BA to 5 million VND. Every day I refuse." A month later, he called the rich woman and said, "You're good at overtime every day I earn more than 20 million. She said making money is easy. As long as you understand strategic thinking, it's easy. Many people quit office jobs, make a lot of money again. There are people who work hard. Selling labor to the boss has no surplus. Why building a house should not be higher than your neighbor's house. Why South is not to buy pink pillows. Why you shouldn't leave the closet door open when you go to bed. When you go to someone else's house to eat, should not help wash. I'll tell you a story after dinner. After listening, you will understand the answers. My neighbor and I fixed the house at the same time. Everyone hires their own construction team to promote capital that comes from poor families. He told his wife to treat him well. Food and drink to take care for the construction worker. The result was a slower pace the next day. The evening ended with more food. But on day 3 the pace was even slower. Urged to continue to foster more. After half a month the neighbors finished the work. It takes up to 40 days to push until the payment is finished without reducing your salary. Construction team captain said, "You're the best host I've ever met." 15 after the neighbor's house had to be repaired to times. When it's waterproof. When the walls flake off. While the house pushes even if it's old. But the quality is still new. Next is an even more extraordinary story. It's a man. Applied for a job at the real estate sales department. He said he didn't need a salary. "I just want the opportunity to buy a house and learn from it." The manager heard that and whispered happily, "Give him the lowest salary." Everyone there said he was stupid. But a month later, That man bought the apartment in the nicest location, the best floor, at the same time earned more than 200 million roses, and quit immediately. My colleagues and leaders were surprised. A few months later, house prices rise sharply. He sold the apartment and made another 200 million. This is called changing white for black. A man invited a businessman to a restaurant for dinner. We waited a long time and no food was served. The man told the waiter if my vegetables were stir-fried. If not, there is no need to stir-fry. The owner replied that the food is almost ready. I'm about to clean up. At that time, the businessman asked if my vegetables were sautéed. If not, change it to a barbecue. The owner hurriedly replied that he had not yet done so, and will exchange immediately. And then the businessman said, "No more need. No more orders because nothing has been prepared." This trick is also reverse. When the businessman comes home, I heard the neighbors complaining about the kids upstairs. Too loud, the neighbors have reminded. But the enemy is being unruly. And challenge. It didn't work out with the building management. The businessman told the neighbor, "Put a camera at the door. Then paste the ceiling vibrator at the top. Then go out." A few days later, the neighbor did. When they returned, they found their door smashed. And the camera captured the neighbors upstairs breaking down the door. The disorderly was arrested by the police and also have to pay 5,000 RMB to repair the door. This trick is the real thing. The ancients have a saying, "There are no smart tricks. How can you be rich?" In this world, the most powerful thing is not money. It's not power, it's private. Only if you always feel honest. There's no trick. Not know how to handle the situation skillfully. I advise you to stay up late. You should also read this open-minded, reverse-thinking book. When I finished reading this book, you'll break out in a cold sweat and realize that before, I'm just working in a superficial way, based on enthusiasm and hard work. Sometimes you're not stupid. I just don't know. Learn the wisdom of those who have gone before. This book is not just a tactical guide. It's also a complete methodological system. It teaches you how to get out of your current situation, to see the problem, how to overcome your cognitive limits, and how to find a way out of trouble. Books that teach you to use critical thinking, to quickly find the shortcut. Use tricks to achieve the current goal.